Gabriel Rosado fights on amid Puerto Rico's boxing revival. Gabriel Rosado has fought some of the biggest names in the sport, and fights on at 39. Puerto Rican boxing is having a moment. Rene Chulo Santiago captured the WBO light flyweight crown in March. In July, Gabriel Matias became the WBC light welterweight champion. That same month, Xander Zayas picked up the WBO junior middleweight title belt when he defeated Jorge Garcia. At just 22 years of age, he is boxing's youngest champion at the moment. Puerto Rican legend Amanda Serrano fought Katie Taylor in front of 6 million viewers, 4.2 million in the United States, which was easily the most watched women's boxing event of 2025. On the other hand, Edgar Berlanga entertained millions around the globe when he trash-talked his way into a super middleweight fight with Hamza Shiraz, only to get stopped rather dramatically in the 5th round and become a meme. Amongst all that, Gabriel King Rosado will return to the ring. Rosado was the ultimate gatekeeper in boxing in the last generation and a standard-bearer for Puerto Rican boxing. He will take on Vaughn Alexander, 19-16-2, on October 18th back on the East Coast. Rosado lives in LA, but it's from Pennsylvania, as he starts to look around for one more big fight. He had an intriguing loss to Gennady Golovkin earlier in his career before either was a name fighter. Rosado was blooded but battled on before being stopped in 2017. Many thought that he'd beat Danny Jacobs in a low-action fight in 2020. It's easy, too easy, for judges to hand losses to fighters with a dozen losses that in 2021. A post-pandemic crowd overwhelmingly in favor of Jamie Munguia wanted to see him fight at the Honda Center in Anaheim. It was a near fight of the year as both fighters went toe-to-toe, Munguia's defense always being suspect. It was a great little chapter in the Puerto Rico versus Mexico boxing rivalry that he earned that main event fight with a surprise victory earlier that same year. His come-from-behind knockout of Bektemir Melikuziev, Bek the Bully, was one of the more remarkable moments in his career. Rosado had been dropped early and seemed to have no answers. In fact, he was setting up a knockout shot. He lost a rematch to Bektemir Melikuziev in 2023, who saw through his traps. Rosado drifted away from the ring and seemed focused on boxing commentating, in which he excelled. He returned in August of this year with a quick first-round knockout of Crusupulo Javier Andino, who, like Rosado, had 17 losses. The fight took place in Long Beach, CA, maybe a 30-minute drive, with no traffic, from a venue for his showdown with Munguia all those years ago. Now he is back in his East Coast kingdom. Love Live King. The latest boxing news. Terence Crawford's security calls out unprofessional Omaha police. Tim Bradley predicts hypothetical Terence Crawford versus David Benavidez fight. Manny Pacquiao announces official return date after Mario Barrios draw. World champion blasts WBO over fighter management and attempted short notice Terence Crawford fight in 2024.